Welcome to your agencymanager.com. I want to show you very quickly that there is not another program on the market for the price range that offers as much as this program does. In fact, I've had people tell me it offers more than some programs that they've used that are over $100 a month. But at our low price of $29.95, you just can't beat it. And basically what I've got is a program that is based on a system called Views, and I'm going to show you that. And with Views you can do so much that you can't with other programs, or that you can't easily do with other programs at least. So what I'm going to show you real quick is what it looks like when you open up the system and look at a contact. You'll see here it says your agencymanager.com. The table is my contacts, and then it says view as guest user. I have two fictitious contacts that I created here. I'm going to open up the first one by clicking on this circle with the arrow inside, and this is going to open up Mary Hansen's record. And you can see it now. It says guest user 1, and the form is contact information. You can look at this, and there's a bunch of information in here, and this is only one table. There are several different tables. There's tables for sales details and for taxes and for calculators for insurance products. So what I want to do is show you how easily you can use this program, and how, especially when you're busy like times during OEP, or you just have a lot of sales and you don't have time to enter a lot of information, how you can make this system work for you so well. And on top of it, be the best organizer, keep you organized, keep track of your to-dos, your all kinds of different things, and I'll show you that. You'll see I've got a contact named Mary Hansen. And what that is this is feeding off of the information that you manually put in or that you load in through an Excel sheet or whatever. I've got Mrs. Mary L. Hansen. Her quick note age is 64. Why do I have that? You might not know her date of birth. All you know is her age. And if you don't get her date of birth in there, then ultimately 3, 4, 5 years down the road, she's still going to show 64 years of age. So you want to get the date of birth. Once you do, it will calculate it to their exact age, years and months. Social Security number, phone, and all you got to do is put numbers in there, and it'll translate it into a phone format. Here's another phone. You can put in your phone number 2, email address 2, address 2, city, state, zip. I chose Wisconsin, so it automatically shows me Wisconsin counties. You can do a zip +4 if you want. In this case, I show that the spouse is actually a client as well, so I check right there, put their age, quick note. If I want to put their date of birth in there, I can, but I've got his name, Dennis R. Hansen, and then I've got a link right here. If you click on this, this will open up and it'll show the same thing, just like this record with all this information. It's going to show Dennis's information instead of his wife, Mary. You'll see here the priority. If I click on high, it opens a red label right there. If I click on medium, it opens a blue label, and if I click on low, it opens up a green label. Agent assigned, I got your agency manager right here. You can put in your own name there or whatever agent. If you're an agency, you can have several different agents and can put their information in there. Quick note, this is just where I type in some quick notes if I want to make some information available to myself. I can also go down to the bottom of the page and I can click right here on notes and then add a record, and then it will time and date stamp my note. This is great for agencies, but being an individual agent, I don't care about whether or not I've got a date and a time when I put that note in there. I just want to be able to do it quick. Contact type is a prospect client, and you'll see I break them down to a raw lead, a prospect, a client, a prospect client, and that's somebody who's already a client, but they also are asking for information on a new product. A previous client, no longer. What I would consider a dead lead that I don't want to have contact with anymore, and if a person is deceased. So those are all different contact types. I've got a place for a business here if you want to put a business name in. Then I've got prospect types. So I've got a person who is a prospect and they're looking for a different kind of insurance, and these are a lot of different kinds that you can pick from. So I'm going to say that in this case that this person is a Medicare Advantage prospect. And I like to say they're a high priority prospect for me. If I go down here a little bit, you'll see call result. It says callback interest shown, and then here it will show you the last call date and time. So if you made 10 calls, it'll show all 10 of them with the date and time, which is great because then you can see, all right, I've talked to this person 3 times, they said to call me back. Maybe they're pulling my chain. I'm not sure. But this is the power of your agency manager. You can use this to keep so organized that no sales will fall through the cracks anymore. All call results, this will show the list of all of them. This will show just the last call date and time. Follow-up calls, this is if you want to start making contacts for people after they're a client. You call back and get a busy signal. Hey, they're doing fine. You call them again and they say they're doing fine again, and I have doing fine too. And you just can kind of toggle back and forth between these because the system won't know otherwise, what your last resolve was because it wouldn't change anything. It would just say the same thing. Needs attention, same 1 and 2. Voicemail, left message, voicemail, message 2, whatever you might want to do there. And again, it's going to show you the last follow-up contact result, and it's going to show you the last follow-up date and time, and then all the follow-up results will show up right here. So if you do 5 follow-up calls, then that'll give you that information. You can also check these boxes and say, okay, I've followed up 1 to 3 days after they became a client. I followed up a week after, 2 weeks, a month, etc., etc. We put the information in here for their name and their address and their phone number and their state. And so you can see at a quick glance that information is here. I have contact city of Bloomer. It's kind of funny, but that's the town I was born in Wisconsin. And then you'll have other information up here as well. Of course, the contact name itself, the phone number in the correct format, phone 2 in the correct format, and even a phone 3 if you've got all those. Best time to call, anytime, morning, afternoon, or evening, and then a specific time. They might say morning, but then they'll say 10 o'clock, so you can put that in there. This is what I call a contact quick look. It has enough information that I need to be able to get some information to make phone calls. And that's what it's all about. We make phone calls and then we set appointments, right? And we go out and we make money. If you click on this button right here, it says Open Enrollment Period, OEP. So this would be a good thing to tell you that this is someone that you're going to be talking to for a Medicare plan. I would then save the changes that I made. And I can go up here and I can click this button here and add contact, and this will open up all empty fields, and then you can start putting the information in. Again, going down here and putting in their name, address, phone number, all that. Any spouse information. This is a section for if they have a current insurance plan, what the plan is, the premium, eligibility for a change, what that date would be, wants a health bid, plan changes January 2016. Those are some notes. Then you have a section down here for tobacco status. You've got stuff for qualification for special election if you're dealing with Medicare plans. You can check the kind of client that they are, like they've bought life insurance from you, Medicare Advantage, whatever that might be. I'm going to deselect that because they're a prospect for Medicare Advantage, but they haven't bought yet. And then you can put all the information you want in about your lead source. And you also have a section down here where you can click, okay, they canceled a policy, and then put cancellation notes. This is really good for when you get, maybe months or years out and you go, I think I remember that name, and you look at it and go, yeah, that's the person, they canceled a policy on me already, and this is what they did. And you start seeing patterns that look a little familiar. Their anniversary, if you want to have that, emergency contact 1 and 2, doctors, all kinds of information there. You click on that, and that's going to open up, and it's going to give you the information on a specific doctor, their phone number, their address. You can put in as little or as much as you want in that. All their Medicare and Medicaid information here, and then you just save it. And there's so many other powerful things that you can do with this program. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to my sales details and click on that. And it's opened up to OEP tutorial. So this is the open enrollment period tutorial that I created, and I only have one record in there, and it's mine. But watch how powerful this is if you operate or if you do business during open enrollment period for Medicare. This is what my wife and I use. Is so-and-so there? Hi, this is Marcia Davis, Pat Davis, who I am. Marcia's my wife. This is Marcia Davis. Pat and I are your Care Improvement Plus agents. How is it going? The reason for my call is to make sure you're okay and your service is everything we expect it to be for you. If you don't mind, could I do a quick survey? It's only 4 questions. And then we go through and just ask, how could Care Improvement Plus improve their service? Doing great? Doctor issues, drug issues, financial issues? Pat, call. That means the client wants to talk to me, and my wife is saying, Pat, you need to call him. And I'll show you, I can do a search and find all those people that have Pat call selected. They're talking about a plan switch. These are ones I need to make a priority. I want to make sure they don't switch to another company without me being the agent. Then I say, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, how has your service been? Look at this. All you got to do is click on 1 or anywhere from 1 to 10. Are you planning on staying with the plan or looking at other options? Looking, staying, not sure. Again, if it's a question mark then or a looking, then I can make that a priority to make sure I get a hold of them and don't lose that client. And then would you mind asking a few people to call us this week so they can enjoy Care Improvement too? And I've got here, we've been telling others already. We'll tell some folks this week, I'm not comfortable with referrals. But those give you those choices so that you can work with that. And then when you're done, you can click the result, and if the call is done, then you click completed. If you get a busy signal, call back, whatever that might be, you got all those different options. We have had clients that have been on the books for years, and one after another has given a 9 or a 10 to the plan, or we've run into a lot of people who've just been on the plan forever and we can't find them and they don't have a phone number anymore, but the commissions keep coming in, so there's no complaints there. You can put notes in here if you want about it. Here's the phone number. Here's the contact name. In this case, it would be our contact type, is client, and the contact name is my name. And again, if you click on that green arrow, that'll go back to my contact information, and I can put in all the rest of that information in there. Here's a sign-up date. And there's all kinds of other fields that I took out of here that have your policy number and commissions information and all kinds of stuff, including the ability to take care or keep track of all of your income and expenses, and even set up to do your taxes through this. Again, I'm telling you, there's not another program out there that you don't pay at least $79 a month or more for that does anywhere near what this program does. So when you go down here, you see it says select the insurance product type from this drop down, and only the related fields will appear. So I click on this, and let's say I had auto. As soon as I do, it's going to open up, and all of the fields that you're going to see are going to be auto-related. Every one of these colored tabs are a different kind of insurance that will only open up that correspond with the product you select. So if I click on Medicare Advantage, it opens up right down here, and I've already selected MAPD, Medicare Advantage Prescription Drug Plan. But if you go up here, I can put other information in. I can put premium, if it's a life insurance, a premium amount, draft date. I can figure commissions right here. You can look at your percentages and your advances and put that information in there. It'll calculate everything for you. And you will see that your total commission is $1,575. Your front-end advance $1,125, and your back-end commission $375. If it's as earned, you put that there. How much your commission would be, you can put all that in there. Say you pay some assistant to do some marketing for you. You put their name in there. The work provided, appointment setting, data entry, lead generation, mailings, marketing, paperwork. Pay status, this is, have you paid them or not? Is it pending or paid? Then the date they've paid, and then the payment amount, $50 or whatever that might be, and you can do that for multiple assistants. And this stuff will get translated right into your taxes table so that you'll keep track of your income and your expenses. And of course, who you pay to market for you, a 1099, that is going to be an expense. This becomes an invaluable tool during open enrollment because you can call one client of yours after another, and I can show you how to get this set up so that you will just have the information that you're looking for. You can set them up by county, by date that they enrolled, by city. You can look at your contacts on maps and on calendars. Let me show you this. I'm going to go over to the activities table, my activities, and it opens up to a calendar. This shows mine, and this is today's activities. If I mouse over that where it says 561 or 560, then it will open up a box, and it'll give me all the information that I need for that client. And what I do is I mouse over it, take a picture of my phone, and then I've got all that lead information with me when I'm in the field that day, put it in my GPS or whatever. But look at this. I've got this all set up, and we can build more for you, but I've got appointments by month. I got appointments last month, last week, next month, next week, this month, this week, today, my activities, this month's events, today's activities. I mean, there's so many different things, and activities are broken down into to-dos, events, emails, calls, and appointments. And you can look at each of those on a calendar, on a map. If you want to look and see where your appointments are tomorrow, then you can put it on a map. It'll show you where each of the appointments are tomorrow. One of the things I really like, I used this last year during open enrollment, and we had several different contacts in the same area, so we went and got a motel, worked 2 days, and I set a schedule in advance, called the people in the order, and I went from one person to the next, to the next, to the next, keeping them all in order, and used my map to be able to organize that. That was invaluable. We made several $1,000s in 2 days. And this is the power of this program. This view right here is what makes my system different than everything out there. When I decided I was going to build a management system, number one, it's taken me 7 years working with different contractors and independent IT guys to get this thing done. And finally, I found a company, I built it myself, and I've revamped it for almost 2 years, using it myself during the whole time to get it to where it worked best. So it's by an insurance agent for insurance agents. And I had a man who has over 1,000 agents tell me, I've never seen anything like your program, and he's been telling everybody about it. You will too when you use the system. Now, one thing I want to stress, I do not offer a free trial, and the reason I don't is because I use a video. This video is far more powerful than a free trial. And it keeps my price down, because if I offered a free trial, I would have to pay the company for every person who used the system, and I would have to raise my rates up. So I keep my rates low by offering tutorials that I find to be much more helpful than a free trial. I've used free trials from companies, and the problem with them is I never know what to do. And I have to watch their tutorials to learn, so I could just go in and watch tutorials to start with and learn everything that I can. And that's what I do for you. And I have tutorials on several different aspects of this program. I want to offer you an invitation to use youragencymanager.com. You can sign up through PayPal right off of the website. There's a tab that says Enroll. You'll be able to click on that and enroll in the program. And it's month to month. You don't have any kind of a contract. If you don't find that this is for you, then you can cancel, and you won't get charged for another month. But I can promise you this, that if you'll spend $29.95, you'll find that you're not going to find a better value out there that will give you everything this gives you. I'm in the process right now of working a quote engine into the system for life insurance, so you'll be able to click on whatever number of companies in your state and see a list of all the different premiums of all the different companies for a person who's, say, 65 years old and a tobacco user and relatively good health. And that will be included in the system, and the charge to use that is only another $6. You just can't beat that. Most of those alone are $25 or $30 a month. The insurance quoters that are out there are $25, $30 a month, and some of them are even more. So with this, you would have the whole system for $35.95 a month. And like I said, you're just not going to beat that. YourAgencyManager.com is different than any other program out there because of our view system. I welcome you to try our program. I believe that you will love it. Like I said, ever since I started using it myself, sales have stopped falling through the cracks. To me, there's nothing more important, because a lost sale is not only lost revenue, but it's also another agent that takes care of that client. And I personally feel that no one will take care of a client like I do. I'm sure you feel the same way. So that's another reason I don't like sales falling through the cracks. If you use my management system, then you'll keep track of your to-dos. You can put whatever you want. You can put entire applications in the system. I have a full tutorial just on how to load an application quickly in a couple minutes, where you can go back and just look on last name, first name, date of birth, city, whatever it might be, and then pull up their contact information and click on a link, and it'll open up their entire application, and you'll see their beneficiary information, you'll see their social security number, their Medicare information. Totally secure, totally HIPAA compliant. In fact, Fortune 100 companies use the same system that I do. As you can see, it says powered by TrackVia. Enjoy your look around, and I look forward to working with you. I will be there for you after you sign up and help you with customer service. I do webinars, and I will be with you to make sure that the view that you would like is as close as possible with the technology that we offer.